When you're out in the woods, or in my case, your backyard, when the sun goes down and it gets dark, everything changes. You literally can't see jack. And that is why you need something like this. And it's so interesting because it comes in a completely, utterly black box. It's almost like it's telling you specifically what it's designed to do. Today we're checking out a night vision optic, or monocular, depending on what you want to call it. But night vision. It's going to change the game for you in the dark. So when the sun goes down and you can't see jack, this is going to help you do just that. So with that said, let's check it out. Now right off the bat, the 1920 by 1080 OLED HD display makes a huge difference when you're looking down and you're trying to see detail. You're not looking at grainy shadows, you're getting clean, high resolution visuals that actually let you identify what's out there. So whether you're tracking game or just watching for movement, the clarity is unreal. Now I specifically am using this for hunting rats and mice, which doesn't sound super important, but when your wife has 22 chickens and you've got mice and rats, man, I tell you what, this mixed with a pellet gun is a lot of fun. And the fact that you can be in complete pitch darkness means, one, they can't see you, but with this, you can see that. Now this thing has 4x magnification, so gives you solid flexibility without overdoing it. What I find, especially at night when you're trying to look through an optic, trying to get too far out there can be a little bit of a challenge, but 4x is a really nice magnification. I found it super handy when I was, kind of looking out through the backyard, kind of, what you would call glassing the backyard, looking for those little glowing eyes in the dark for me to take care of. But this is going to be great for, especially for glassing, if you're going to be glassing an actual area, you're actually doing some kind of monitoring, or maybe you're out there looking for, predator hunting and things like that. You're looking for coyotes or whatever, or monitoring a flock, for example, right? This is going to give you, 4x is enough to kind of give you a good lay of the land. It's going to be really nice. Now the 40mm eye relief is a nice touch as well, especially if you're wearing glasses or goggles. There's no awkward squinting, just really clear, wide view. You got 22.4 degrees field of view, which I think is really nice. So you're not just stuck with tunnel vision, which is awesome. Now what makes this monocular stand out though is that it handles both day and night observation. Full daylight, it gives you a full color display. Now at night you get that crisp black and white or the classic green thermal style image at the same range. Now you're looking at 200 to 300 meters. That's more than enough to cover for your hunting, field and perimeter, or you're rat killing like me. The other thing that I like about that is the fact that you don't have to change optics, right? So you can use it during the day, you can use it during the night with the same device. I've used ones in the past where it's only for night and you got to take it off and you got to put something else on if you want to use it during the day. And this is a great one because it has that combination. You can do both. I also like that it doesn't just help you see, it also lets you record and play back what you're watching. That's great if you want to review footage or share some details of a hunt later. And with the 800 nm illuminator and the 16mm lens, it punches through low light better than most night optics I've used previously before this, and I've used quite a few. Really, really nice, but I love the recording functionality, especially if, again, going back to my use case, if I get a nice little solid shot and I get, something crazy goes down, I can share it with my friends or with my father-in-law who happens to love seeing that type of content. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot that you can do with it, and it just makes it super, super beneficial and just really versatile for a lot of different use cases. So ultimately, guys, if you're heading out for predators, scouting before a big pig hunt, for example, or you just want a dependable set of eyes in the dark, I think you should definitely be looking at some kind of, infrared optic. If it's obviously there's a lot of, limitations on where you can get them and things like that, but if you can get them, they're amazing, super, super beneficial. The fact that you can record, see completely in pitch black as well as during the day is absolutely fantastic. So you should definitely be checking these out if that's something that you're interested in. But with that said, as usual, guys, I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one.